Hi, Ashwin.
Hi.
The last time we spoke, we talked about the exploding internet opportunities in 6 countries in Southeast Asia. As more and more people shop online, as more and more people get used to doing things online and being in the virtual space, then if you imagine we are a new market who are getting used to this new technology. Can you imagine the potential? I was completely blown away by the numbers that you presented, by the opportunities that you presented. Today, I want to talk about this concept called Omniverse and Metaverse. So maybe you can explain the difference. But what I want to say is, it's like being online is actually using it as a platform. But from what Mark Zuckerberg explained, it was like getting inside this space and interacting on this virtual platform, creating our lives, as it were, inside that space, which is completely amazing. And these people must know something, because the biggest players in the market, the richest men in the world, the Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, they're all in that space. So they must know something that we want to learn. This new economy thing is bursting. This thing about wanting to be passionate about learning new things and being driven by new information is one thing, but the scariest thing is being left behind, and it's going to cost us big money for businesses and life. And how do we parent our children if we don't understand this so-called metaverse or omniverse? Can you please tell us more?
Yes, Desi. Well, you mentioned that we will be left behind if we don't catch up.
Yes.
Same thing, everybody watching this video. If you don't catch up in the new trading phenomena of algorithm, you will be left out in your investment as well, which I'll come back to that later.
Yes.
The metaverse is the new stage, the next stage of the internet. Right now in the internet, you are on the outside looking at the inside.
Yes.
The metaverse is like Alice in Wonderland.
It's like pulling you inside.
Yes, you go into a rabbit's hole in the metaverse, and suddenly you are inside the internet, inside that game that you're watching from the outside.
It's becoming alive.
Yes, just like, I don't know if any of you watched the movie Tron. When you go into the computer game in the movie Tron, everything becomes 3D.
I want a new figure when I'm in there. I don't want to have this body.
Now, first thing, the metaverse is huge. There are 30 companies that are going to benefit from the metaverse. And as I speak right now, a few of them are already trading at record highs. Okay, wow. Even before the concept can come about. Now, the metaverse...
we want to take a piece of what's happening. We want to take advantage of riding this tide, Ashwin. Don't leave us behind.
So the metaverse, let me explain to you the scope. The metaverse is huge. What can you do in the metaverse? Everything. It's like a duplication of planet Earth, but it's virtual. So in the metaverse, you can buy a house, you can buy a car, you can build a mansion on a piece of land with a swimming pool, private yacht. You can have Playboy Club in there. You can have mistresses. You can have wives. You can take on a wife in the metaverse. You
can understand have the most expensive art, non-fungible something, is in that space.
I'll come back in a minute. So you can do everything. You can buy a house. You can get married. You can even hire a tennis instructor or play chess with anyone. Right now, Facebook is creating a special glove that you wear that you wear while you're in the metaverse. And using that glove, you can play chess and feel things in the metaverse. This is mind-blowing. But let me clarify. Facebook is building the metaverse. Right now, with the Omniverse technology and the open platform, anybody can create their own metaverse, and then it will be all in one seamless entity, which doesn't exist right now. The metaverse will start with 2D only, but then it will progress to 3D. And right now, there are so many virtual worlds in the metaverse that can't interact with each other. So Metaverse 3D will enable all the worlds inside to seamlessly communicate with each other, interact with each other, play games, have dinner parties, drink wine. It's like a parallel tennis. It's like a parallel planet Earth but inside the virtual world.
You know, this would give my grandfather, my grandmother, my parents nightmares. They would be turning in their graves.
Yes.
Those days, they used to curb the number of hours we spend in front of the computer. You know, the number of hours we spent watching TV or playing video games. They wanted us outdoors. They wanted us to interact with people. What would happen to social skills then?
What we are afraid and hope not it happens, hope it doesn't happen, is that the Chinese government says, with the metaverse, we now restrict you to go inside that world only 1 hour a week or something. I hope that doesn't happen by law. I hope it doesn't happen, because right now China has got strict rules to how many hours children can spend playing games.
And but isn't that wise?
And that has caused Fortnite, which is China's biggest game developer, biggest franchise, to pull out of China. And that affected Tencent Holdings big time, because Tencent was making millions from Fortnite.
What about real life? What about real life?
So this is what worries us, but then we'll come to it later.
This is how life is going to move forward from now on.
Let me show you some figures on the table. According to Morgan Stanley, luxury goods makers alone, like I said, will itself make about $57 billion a year selling clothes, virtual clothes in the metaverse. That's only one. Now let me put other ideas in your head. We're talking about Bentleys, Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Porsche, mansions, swimming pools, anything you can think of. It's a new world. So it's a new paradigm for advertisers. And you know what the beautiful thing is? Facebook recently had a problem because of the Apple privacy law for advertisers. Right now, it has diverted this obstacle and put everything in the metaverse. I ask you a question, Tessie. Why the hell do I care about Apple's privacy law?
So the regulators will have a nightmare.
Yes, because you can't. So far, how do you regulate this? How do you have a privacy law? So so-and-so is having an affair with so-and-so in the metaverse. Everybody will know. It's a metaverse.
Like I said, it's going to blow this whole lifestyle pattern of ours completely apart, because it's not life as we know it. It's going to be a completely new world.
Now, like I said, the Omniverse is an open platform for you to develop the metaverse. This will attract more than 20 million software engineers to now go into the metaverse and create the wildest world of their dreams. It's going to happen. It is happening right now. And 30 companies will benefit.
You know, when we were in the university, we were saying to our students, if you are an artist, if you're a designer, you won't have a job. Now it seems the exact opposite, where people who can code, who can design, who can do multimedia are going to be the kings of this industry. And
you can let your creativity loose. Today, you'll have a nudist colony in the metaverse. You'll have a Playboy mansion in the metaverse. We're all naked girls running around. And look at the biggest thing that I'm not mentioning now.
Oh my God, it'll be X-rated.
Yes, it'll be huge. The metaverse.
Oh, no.
So the regulators, I don't know what they're going to do. But like I said, everyone, please, you better be joining this train or get left behind.
Anyway, what I'm more concerned about is, Ashwin, we want to invest in whatever uptrends that you highlight to us, please.
Okay,
so
let me tell everyone watching this video.
We want to get involved from the get-go and not be too late, please.
Yes. Let me tell everyone watching this video, we're not here to hard sell. If you don't join the train, it's your loss.
Yes.
For only $5,000 a year, we will hold your hand according to your risk and time parameters, once again, and you will get access to our algorithm that will show you what to buy in the metaverse. Okay? We will do everything for you. We will tell you what trades to do. We will tell you when to do it. You can get access to all this for a fee of just $5,000. Now, someone will tell me, oh, but when I go to a bank and buy whatever I want, I don't pay a $5,000 fee. Yes, but you are getting an algorithm. You're getting our algorithm service, our accuracy, 90% accuracy.
So your algorithm has sorted out the equities that are going to benefit most from this trend.
Yes, 30 companies will benefit, and a couple of ETFs, which is a basket of of sectoral companies that will benefit from the metaverse. And I say huge. Huge means you can make 50% ROI per year, or to be put specifically from a trade point of view, 20 to 30% per trade.
Okay, so
as I speak right now, one gaming developer is already trading at record high before the market opens tonight.
Who would have thought?
Hasn't happened yet. And let me give you a clue.
This stuff up.
Temasek Holdings, Singapore's Temasek Holdings, already has shares in one of the companies that is involved in the metaverse.
Wow. No. So we have to be a part of this, Ashwin.
Yes.
Now you say we pay you 5,000 fee, and then we have to have a committed capital for trading, right?
Yes.
So
that capital can be between 50 to 100,000 US.
And this committed capital will be placed in a broking house?
Yes. We will tell you what to do. And let me explain to viewers why it can't be less than 50,000. You are dealing in US stocks, the US dollar. So that is why below 50, you can do 40. Okay.
Yeah.
30 is too small.
But really, it's not going to be.
Yeah,
it's not going to be interesting yields.
We're not asking for big capital because we want more brokerage or whatever. No, we're not charging you any performance fees. Let me create it.
Yeah.
The money is in your broking account. The money is in your account. We tell you what to do. And we only charge you 5,000. We do not charge you any performance fees. Let me tell you that. A hedge fund will charge you performance fees.
I'm going to say thank you for responding, because when you first offered us this 5,000 plan, it was because I asked you to help a group of my girlfriends to invest at a very low cost. So yeah, us girls, we're not like the men who have millions and billions who go into private banking, but a group of us who are what we call retail investors with lesser money come to you because we get your more customized, more bespoke hand-holding service. And we have this maybe $100,000 to play with to maybe earn a yield of 20% per trade to buy our shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a good plan. Thank you very much. And I'm sharing this with all the viewers and my friends. But the topic of the day is the metaverse, and we want to ride the trend from the get-go. We don't want to be left behind. And we also need to reschool ourselves into thinking in a new way to be more open about how things are going to be in the next few weeks, months, and years. It's changing so fast.
Let me explain to everyone. For our private clients, we charge 20% performance fee when profits are made on the profits. For retail investors, we are not charging performance fees because this is our service to society to say, we want you to take something that the big boys take. Secondly, like I said, the metaverse is going to be huge, okay? And for the new economy, for this kind of economy, metaverse tech, please, we request you, throw out your traditional investment principles and rules out of the window. If you look at price earnings ratio in a tech environment, you will not buy any tech stock because the price earnings ratio makes no sense. Today, Microsoft has gone up 400% in 5 years, and the PE ratio is always very high. So if you're an old-fashioned trader to say, oh, but we look at PE ratio when we invest. In the tech world, you can forget about PE ratios, please. Because all the tech stocks ignore PE ratios because it's a different economy. It's a new economy where billions are made that the old economy cannot make except banks. In the old economy, only banks and maybe pharmaceutical companies or drug companies can make billions. Rest of the old economy cannot make billions like the tech economy. They can't. And stop telling me the tech market is going to blow up, it's going to crash. Look at what the tech market has come, how far it has come. Every time the NASDAQ goes up, they say, oh, it's going to crash, it's going to crash. Well, let me tell you something. The NASDAQ is now at 15,008. It's going to go to 16,005 next year at least. And the year after, 17,000. You better believe it. You better believe it. We're not here to prove to you our accuracy. We're here to tell you, do not argue and please listen to us.
I think it's the old school fuddy-duds like myself who wanted proof that, because we lived through the dot-com crash and all that,
yes.
The Y2K thing. But now it's different because the biggest players in the world are techies. We cannot ignore that.
And you
So
see, when you lump everything together, it's not right. In tech world, there's metaverse, there's cloud computing, there's hybrid computing, there's telemedicine, there is a call center, there's
AI.
AI. So there's so many different branches of tech. It's not just one big word called tech. Today, I'll give you another idea. The call center with a human being is obsolete. They've already come out with a new artificial intelligence software that will power the call center using an AI. You don't need the human beings anymore. And this again is a 30% opportunity. So when you join us to do the metaverse, everything else can be coming together, because every idea that we present to you on the table is worth 20%.
So exciting, I tell you. And I'm so grateful that you've allowed this little window for us retail
I mean, we're not here
investors.
to hard sell. We're not here to hard sell it to say, why are we paying 5,000, whatever. We have bills to pay. We have an algorithm that costs money. But we're making this offer. And like I said, we're not charging you any performance fees.
It's
just 5,000. Or we pay $5,000 for a year. And we work hard for that.
I know. Thank you so much. So Ashwin, can you tell us how to contact you, please?
Yes. My email is ashwin@ppchk.net. And our direct WhatsApp contact is bit.ly/algotrader.
Okay.
On Telegram, it's bit.ly/algofactory.
And to watch all your videos, that's going to give them a deeper insight of what you do.
If you want to see how accurate we are, or whether we talk nonsense or we're just trying to cheat you or mislead you, please go to our video channel. I'm being frank. Please go to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/algowealth, and see for yourself, track us for yourself every week, what we are saying. 3 months later, what happens?
I need to say this. You know, I've been trading with banks most of my trading experience, my trading life. I started off with banks, and they demand at least a $5 million committed capital, which is not what everyone can afford. And then when you give them that money, you don't hear from them. I mean, that's my peculiar experience.
Unless you lose money, they call you up.
And you know, when you give them $5 million, which is a lot of money for a lady, you get to take the back seat at the bottom of the list, because they've got big industrial clients, institutional house, family offices. So I never got the attention that you've given me, and I never really understood, because they didn't have time to explain to me why we do what we do, how we get the best deals, you know, when to trade, when to sell. So I just have to say, this is a remarkable opportunity. Don't miss it.
Tessie, let me be frank. For all of you watching this video, the reason we are what we are today is because we're not a bank. Because we're not huge, because we don't have 10,000 staff to take care of, because we do not have 300,000 clients. Because of that, we can give you personal attention. And let me tell you something else. We are not a bank. If you are looking for a bank, if you're looking for a big name, I'm sorry, we're not for you. But if you're looking for superior returns, good returns, accuracy, we can help you in every way. But if you want a big name for a bank, I'm sorry, we can't do that. We don't buy people fancy lunches and massage their egos and say, put 5 million. I'm sorry, Tessie, we don't do that. But having said that, our private clients do put in at least 5 million, because they love our superior returns. They love it. And they love us because we are honest. No red tape, no bullshit. We come
Thank
clean.
you so much
and we tell you the risk up front. This is the risk. Can you afford it? This is the waiting period. Can you afford it? We don't tell you crap. And last but least, we do not push products. We sell you strategies. We sell you ideas. We sell you interesting things that will make you money every single year.
Nobody ever points out to us.
Yes, because we make our clients money every single year for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. We have a list of companies that can deliver 20% returns every year, each of them, for the next 10 years. We have those kind of ideas.
Whatever the bank said to be cautious about and don't do, when you said do, I did them, and I earned big. So
Let me give an example.
What you're saying is true.
Let me give an example. We have a client of ours. This was 4 months ago. Apple was trading at 105, 110 a share. And I told the client, let's buy Apple at 105, 110. I'm looking at 150. This is a real example. The client said, no, I don't want to buy Apple because my bank said at 105 to 110, Apple is too expensive. Well, guess what? Apple is now at 150. Too bad. You want to trust your bank? Go ahead. I'm not badmouthing the bank.
But there were times when I got a little bit nervous, though I have to be honest. I have to admit, there were times when I felt a little bit nervous because I suffered paper losses, and then I really didn't know when they were going to recover.
Okay,
but then when you said, you know best because you've got the algorithm to back you up, then, I could step back and breathe a little bit, and you could make back that loss, that paper loss, through some other asset class.
And to be realistic, let me tell you what we did not expect. We did not expect the Ant IPO to fall through. We did not expect China government to intervene and say, stop this IPO. We did not expect that. We can't predict politics.
Yeah.
Our algo cannot predict politics. But having said that, let me give everyone a free tip. If you can wait 12 to 24 months, I tell you now, Alibaba is the most undervalued stock. But the risk is be prepared for intervention from Chinese government. They can do anything they want. But yesterday there was great news. Alibaba is going to buy a chip company called Uni Group. And that chip company is 51% owned by Xi Jinping's alma mater. And that's why they're trying to please the government.
But you don't know what's going to happen to Jack Ma. So, you have to consider the risk.
There's political risk. But having said that, Alibaba right now, in terms of valuation, is extremely undervalued. So we can't predict politics. So that's the risk.
Okay.
But again, if you can afford paper risk, or worst case scenario, you can afford 10% paper loss on one single company, it's the risk worth taking. Because Alibaba right now has got an upside of at least 60 to 100 US dollars.
Yes. The other thing I have to say, what I like is, there's so many choices out there in the market, but you know how to pick the cherries by this thing we call risk-reward ratio.
Yes, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because we have something called the flow path software. Using data mining and our risk-reward ratio philosophy, our algo looks at the best possibility. Suppose you've got 25 stocks now. It will start measuring which is the best risk-reward ratio, because you want to buy all 25 stocks.
No.
So we choose our investments based on risk-reward ratio, meaning the lowest risk and highest reward in the shortest possible time. But even if I say shortest possible time, you have to allow time for correction, for unforeseen circumstances, for silly Fed actions, all kinds of things. Like Microsoft has gone up 400% in 5 years.
But the market doesn't go up in one straight line, right?
Yes, the market in the last 4 years went up and down. But the big picture is you could have made 400% in 5 years.
Yeah.
If you don't bother about the noise and the volatility, look at the big picture. Investors, please, I urge you, do not look at the noise. Our algorithm cuts the noise for you and looks at the big picture. You don't have to call us every day and say, how? Today I'm 5% down, tomorrow I'm 5% up. No, that's for amateurs, please. That is for amateurs. When you're trading in Metaverse, do not look at such things.
Okay.
That's for amateurs. Market direction is for amateurs. I say that. I'm not being boastful. It is for amateurs.
Talking about noise, you have to excuse the noise you heard in the background. That's my doggy playing. Thanks, Ashwin, for joining us. And I'm going to call you up another time soon to talk about other opportunities and strategies. Yeah.
Our next video, which I want to do in the next coming 24 to 48 hours, is talking about the new Bitcoin upgrade. I know Bitcoin today has gone below 60,000, but again, the big picture. Last Sunday, Bitcoin went through a major upgrade that now makes it more competitive as Ethereum.
Okay.
And that is a game.
I have to go now because my doggy is calling for my attention. So I'll see you really soon.
Take care.
Bye.